Hi, it's me again, Dr. Anthony VT, your expert behavioral analyst, licensed global coach, and your directional strategist, maximizing your full potential. Now today, I want to talk about something that we all think about so often. It's called your shape. So when it comes to your shape, you know what we immediately think of? Taking the good old dumbbells in our hand and going, yes, 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 to get into shape. Ultimately, I want to tell you a little secret today. It's not always about the outside. You know what? The most important part about your shape is about your inside. Because the true shape starts with the shaping of your mind. If you can master the shaping of your mind, your shape will last. You know, often I have to just take the comments of my wife. You know, when you get close to 60, I have to sort of convince her, round is also a shape. Yes, of course, we remember the days where there was a six-pack and I just have a carry-pack. But hey, that's life. But your shape is important to you. Now, what will you do today about taking your shape to the next level? I want to tell you that I've got an acronym for you that will get you thinking differently. Because the shape is not about the outside. It's all about your inside. That's right. So, as I look at the S for shape, you'll see how it definitely has nothing to do with what you and I have in our mind about the normal shaping of ourselves. It starts with this. It starts with your song. That's right. Every single person has got a song within them. When you get up in the morning, you've got that song in your step. You just have something keeping you going. And I want to tell you that there was a time where I actually lost my song. You know how difficult that was for me? Imagine the scene. Here I went into a short space of 2.5 years to 10 million in just 2.5 years. Man, I was up. I was singing a song. I was ready to take on the world. But that shape fell flat and I lost my song. Until I realized I have to find my song again. And I had to do research and research until eventually I said, I've got it. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You know that song? I get knocked down, but I get up again. Oh, baby, that was my song. And it's not about how you sing it. I mean, that was pathetic, I know. But that it's in your spirit, in your mind, as you carry yourself and you move forward to the maximum level. I want to tell you, you might have to dig deep. Your song is important. Your song is so important that it's going to shape you forever. You need to find it again. If you don't know how, ask somebody else. But all I can say to you is that you need to find your inner song. Now, what about the song? Where does it come from? From a specific place. It comes from the H. Because the H is what really has shaped you for where you are today. That H stands for history. We have a history. We all have a history. Your history, my history. What does the word history stand for? You know what? His story or her story. You've got history inside of you. Your past definitely would have shaped you, but your past does not have to be the reason how your future turns out. You can take your past as learnings and you can take it as directives, and it will shape you on the way. But you see, it's all about the inner shaping of your mind that's going to take you and me to the maximum level. We all have a summit. We all want to reach the top of Kilimanjaro. We all want to get to the top of that climb. But you and I know that our history may be something positive, it may be something negative. All I can say to you is find out what to do with what you've learned from your history. Don't let that story disrail you. Rather go back to your song that really will just energize you and say, get back on track. So, once you know what your song, once you looked at your history, what is the obvious? The not so obvious. Because the next thing is the absolute turnkey solution that will turn you to the next level. You've got a shape, I've got a shape. But this next point is what's going to make the difference. You know what it is? You and I have to ask. We have to ask other people. It is so true. If you're good at something, people will come to you and say to you, please continue doing that. Please continue, because you're great at what you're doing. Because you have a value add and I have a value add. In fact, I will never forget the day that somebody looked me in the eyes and said to me, Doc, you owe the world. I was shocked. So I didn't have to ask why. Because I'd just been in an encounter where I literally could see him and his wife change in front of my eyes. How the value add helped them find their shape as a young couple in marriage. And he just looked at me and said to me, you know us so well. You owe the world. So all you have to do is to ask the people around you, what do I do that you really believe is my value add? What do I do that you think is my summit? What do I do that makes you feel like I'm on top of the world and I am heralding to you a message that you say, yes, 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 I want to listen to you. You've got that message inside of you. Just ask people. Because remember, it's a song that generates in the morning as you get up. In fact, one of my mentors, John Maxwell, is so good with this. He basically says that you and I need to make sure that we reflect on what we want to do. He starts in the morning and he reflects on his day. He finishes his day and he reflects again, saying, what are the 2 things that I did today that's going to make a difference? And by just watching him as a role model, oh my, did I find my shape more easily? Yes. Because not only did I realize there's a song inside of me, not only did I realize that my history was specifically for me so that I can help other people, it also made me realize that if I go and ask, like I asked him, what am I good at? He can tell you what you're good at. Because that all comes together to the next letter of this acronym, the P. This P is vital. If you don't do this part, you might as well forget about the rest. Forget about being in tune even. Because this next point, your P, is what's going to take you to the next level. Let's see what that is. It says this: you and I need to plan. Like John Maxwell said, failing to plan is planning to fail. That's it. Bottom line. Planning to fail is failing to plan. Bottom line. So you and I want to make sure that we actually go next level. So get out your diary and plan, when am I going to sit and just think about my song? Well, if you don't have a song, take the time. Get to the point where you know what your song is. It might be a journey for the next few days until you go, that's it. I've got my song. You know, if we look at the birds in the forest, can you imagine how sad this world would be if only the birds who sang well chirped in the forest? There would be no noise. But you know, that melody that is there is like you and me. You've got a song. Just sing. I didn't say, can you sing well? But here's the truth. When you find your song and you can sing well, if your plan is in place, getting your diary in line, step by step of what you want to do, you will go to the maximum level. I know that you desire to go to the summit of your life. I know that you want to take your shape and mean something to this needy world. So do something about it. And now we've had your S is your song. Your H, you have a history. Your A, ask. Yes, you didn't expect that one, because that is the one turnkey solution that you and I need. Ask people around you. The P, plan. This will lead all in all to the E. The E is how you and I will evolve. You've got a life to lead. You've got a life to live. So what I want to ask you is, do what you have to do. Do whatever it takes, but move forward. You need to evolve. Evolving means coming from a positioning to a next positioning. If and how and whatever you do helps you to take shape, continue doing so. If what you're doing is taking you nowhere, stop. I've got so many people that are so burnt out, and the one thing they need to start doing is to rest. That's right. Resting that can take them to the next maximum level. That might be your first step. So if you have your diary out and you want to plan it, plan evolving into a time of rest. Prevent being burnt out, because when you burnt out, when I'm burnt out, we don't do anybody a favor. I want to encourage all of us. Now remember, as you take shape, please let your comments at the bottom encourage other people, because every person's journey is different. Your summit and my summit looks nothing like the same. But it does involve a journey of shaping. It's not just the outward shape of the exercise we spoke about, but it's the shaping of our minds. And man, speak it out, because you have the power in your tongue. And remember, I want to say this to you: every day, learn, lead yourself, and inspire others. This is Dr. Anthony. See you again.